So you can see in this gameplay, I am playing SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, a remake of one of my all-time favorite games in my childhood. I love this game so much. I started a playthrough of this game months ago, but haven't played in like 4 or 5 months. I just got back into it. There was no rush really because it's a game I have beaten multiple times before, so I wasn't like, like really hooked onto it like I would a game that I never played before. So, even though it was a remake and it was a shiny coat of paint, it's still fundamentally, like from a design perspective, like the level design and the overall gaming experience, it shares the same DNA as the original. But me going back and playing this game, which is a game that is considered to be a kid game because it's E-rated, it has a cartoon character as the main protagonist, it kind of inspired me to make this video. And it's something that comes up every now and then when adults, people who are, in their 20s, 30s, maybe even their 40s, playing games that are really intended for children. SpongeBob's definitely one of those games. Although in this case, it's also marketed towards adults because it's a remake of a beloved classic that people grew up with. So it definitely, I guess in that case, it's the exception if you're going back and playing an older game that you did play when you were a kid. There is a little bit of social stigma, although most people don't really give a shit about what kind of games you're playing. But I think if you're playing like Barbie Princess or something, people are going to look at you funny. But if you're playing Mario or Sonic, people don't look at you as funny, though I do have an experience, actually, as a teenager when I was like 14 years old in junior high school, where all my friends were playing Halo, playing Call of Duty, which were games that I also played back then. But I also played games, because you know how like when you're on Xbox, they can see what game you're playing? The PlayStation also, like pretty much every platform, like if you're not appearing offline, all your friends can see what game you're playing. One time they saw that I was playing Sonic Generations, which by the way is an awful game, which I don't know if I'll ever get into that, but that's one of the worst Sonic games I've ever played in my life, even though people love it. But I remember a lot of my friends were ganging up on me, and they were being serious too. They were like, why the hell are you playing that game that's made for children? Like, grow the fuck up. That's basically what they were saying. And it really kind of took me back. Like, why do you care what game I'm playing? It's not like I'm playing something that's, I don't know, I can't even think of a game that anyone should really have a problem with someone playing, I guess, unless it was somehow illegal. But you're not going to have games like that on the Xbox. They'll be on PC. But there definitely are a lot of people, I wouldn't say they're the majority, but there are a lot of people that are judgmental in the gaming community towards people that play certain games that may be intended for a lower age demographic. But when a game is rated E for everyone, it doesn't mean that a game is rated age 5 to 11. Like, there's no scale, like, there's no maximum age that it says you can play the game at. Everyone means everyone of all ages. And that thought has never really crossed my mind when I'm playing Sonic or Mario or SpongeBob or whatever game it may be. That I'm too old to be playing these kinds of games. I should be playing Manhunt where they're ripping each other's flesh out, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that way. I've never have, and I never will. I definitely, as I got older though, like when I became a teenager, I played mostly M-rated games, but I think that mostly has to do with the fact that when I was a kid, I was not allowed to play any of those games. So I just played a shit ton of them to kind of make up for lost time, if that makes sense. Games that I could have played but weren't allowed to. But I still played my Mario, my Sonic, my Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, all those great platformer games that may have a kid-friendly presentation, although with Ratchet and Clank, that is certainly questionable. But I think it's really stupid to limit yourself that way, be like, oh, I won't touch this game because it's made for kids and I'm an adult. I'm a man. I can't be man and be caught playing Mario. It's stupid because video games have been scientifically proven to have a wide range of benefits, from hand-eye coordination improving, problem-solving skills, spatial awareness. These skills are not only useful in everyday life, but they can also be applied in a variety of professional settings. These are fundamental skills that you need in life, and video games actually can do a lot for that. Also, psychologically, can relieve stress. So I really think it's unfair to try to exclude adults from playing certain types of games simply because they are marketed towards children. It's such an artificial limitation on your potential gaming experience that is 100% unnecessary. Something else worth pointing out is that the line between quote-unquote child-friendly and adult games, that line is becoming increasingly blurred. Many video games that are considered suitable for children also have complex storylines, challenging gameplay, and mature themes. I just mentioned Ratchet & Clank. Another example, Minecraft. Minecraft has a simple, blocky art style that is very appealing to children, but also has a robust creative mode that allows players to build and design their own worlds. This level of complexity and depth can appeal to players of all ages. There's no reason why Minecraft should just be a thing for kids when it has such rich and compelling gameplay like it does. Not to mention the fact that you have plenty of M-rated games that I guess would be considered more age-appropriate for adults. You have a lot of kids and children playing those games. The themes and the content within those games may technically not be suitable for children, but they have gameplay mechanics and graphics that appeal to a wider audience that includes children. And I'm pretty sure that Call of Duty is a lot more popular with 10-year-olds than Mario and these other games that are known for being kid games. Like, it's just the reality. Like, it goes both ways. There are adult games that kids play, there are kid games that adults play. It really, the whole kid game and adult game thing doesn't really doesn't make sense. Games are games, people are gonna play them, and that should just be how it is. But some people, I guess, have a problem, or they're judgmental, which is just stupid. Like, it's such an arbitrary thing. I wonder how many of those people are also sports fans, because sports is something that a kid can obviously enjoy, an adult can obviously enjoy. It's something that is made for all ages. That's a great example. The Madden video game series is E-rated. So is FIFA and NBA 2K. For crying out loud, they just had an NFL game on Nickelodeon on Christmas. So I don't really know, like, the parameters that these people set. Like, is it something that is just perceived as being for children because there's, like, a cartoon character, and because, you know, these men are tackling each other and they're beating each other, like, that means it's actually for men and it's not for children. But children obviously enjoy football too. So it's like, I don't really get the whole point of that whole conversation about kid-friendly versus adult video games. I think at the end of the day, good gameplay is good gameplay. Good story is good story. Not everything that you consume in your life as an adult has to be related to sex and violence. Like, there can be things that don't have any of those things and can still be very entertaining and compelling.